Welcome to What the Fuck is in the Box, the show where we take 1 to 3 minutes to show you guys, the local retailers, exactly what comes in the box. Eric is extremely excited about today's episode. What'd you bring along, Eric?
Oh my God. Today we've got the Google Home Hub.
What's
this
that?
might be the product I am most excited about.
Wow.
This is the piece that gives you voice control for all of your smart home devices around the house, made by Google Nest.
Well, cool.
That's right.
Let's take a look at the packaging real quick. Just so you guys know, we did slide this top up a little bit to make it a little easier to remove, but if you look at it, it is a nice retail packaging for you guys. Talks about the features actually on the box here. So you talk about the ambient sensor, talks about the far field mics and a full range speaker. So this does have a full range speaker in it as well.
Actually sounds really good.
Shockingly well.
Shockingly good.
Shockingly well. And it talks about some of the services they offer and some of the sayings you can do to activate the actual smart home device. Backside of the packaging, just again, a nice quick little overview of some of the features and skill sets that the product does have. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the actual product itself.
Bust that thing open. Let's talk about what it will do. Or maybe better to talk about what it won't do, because it does just about everything.
Everything, like everything.
You talked about the little ambient light sensor, right? So what does that do? It basically senses if it's going to be super bright in the room or if it's a little dark in the room, adjusts the display based on you need it. The other cool thing is it actually adjusts the voice late at night, right? So you walk in, I get up to go to the gym pretty early. I'm lying, I don't go to the gym. But if I do get up early and I talk to the thing, it talks back quietly. It kind of whispers at you, which is super cool, right? There's a million and one uses for this thing, but I guess we should kind of look at what we've got. So we've got the actual Google Home Hub here, which has got the nice little display on the front. You can see on the back, there's actually a pretty big speaker back here on the back of it, which is why it's got that great audio on it. Got the power cord here and a little quick start guide and maybe a not so quick start guide. What do we got in here? Yeah, we've got the typical terms and conditions that are too small to be read by any normal human being.
Nobody's reading that.
And then just a super quick start guide here that plug it in, get the app, get started.
So something that I hear from a lot of integrators is it's too easy or it's too simple or it's just something that's for retail. But you really got to think about some of the capabilities of the product, and what you guys are really there to do is to be the expert. And this device has, to our point earlier, 1,000,001 things it can do, right? Basically can do everything, and it's up to you guys to connect the dots for the end user. I'll give you my perfect use example with this. I have a newborn son. I come down, I've got to feed him every morning at about 5 in the morning. I actually come down and say good morning. This actually pops up. It turns on my lights in the kitchen, turns on the fan, starts the milk maker for the baby. So it's a really unique device. It'll actually cater everything based on that.
I gotta admit, I got hung up on the milk maker comment.
I know,
I'm assuming that's a device, a
is.
hardware device, and not a person that lives in the house.
I have a literal Keurig that is basically for making
That's
formula.
okay.
It's
Just wanted to
amazing.
know it was hardware and
Not what we're here to
not
talk
a
about,
human.
just
That's
to be
right.
clear. But
Going through some of this, you mentioned that you can come in and say good morning to it and it starts a scene. You obviously know that your wife could come in, right? It's got voice matching. So it knows the difference whether you're talking to it, your wife, the kids. If you come in and say, what's on my day today? It knows it's your schedule, not their schedule. So that's probably one of the coolest features, because it goes into a house with a lot of different people trying to do different things.
and it does allow you to auto upload your photos. So you can actually set up Google Photos on your phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android. If you set up Google Photos, you can make a photo album that anytime you take a picture or anytime anything goes into that album, up to you when you set it up, automatically links to the display.
We could sit here and talk about this thing for hours, because even with the photos, you can say, show me photos of my trip to Cancun. Show me photos of my wife. And it just automatically pulls up those specific photos.
I'm not going to ask you to show photos of your wife. My wife
So
would not
cool.
be happy about that.
So with these smart home speakers, right, normally you would just talk to it, tell it to do something. But this is cool. The on-screen display is not just for recipes and photos of my wife or your wife, but you can also swipe on this and get to some super intuitive controls of your devices.
Does allow you to see your cameras. It works very well with both the Nest cameras and some of the other smart cameras that are out in the market today.
Yep.
One of the really cool features on that is just the ability to pop in and view the front door at any time. If you have a Nest Hello camera, you can say, show me the front door. If somebody rings the front door and it's a person you recognize and you have Nest Aware, it'll actually say, hey, Eric's at the front door, whatever the case may be. So really a multitude of things that you can do with this.
So it controls the lights. It'll show you the front door. You can actually FaceTime with relatives through it. It'll do your thermostat, your calendar, your traffic recipes. There's 1,000,001 things. Also, Google is a heck of a lot faster than some of the other voice devices.
And a big piece on this, speed is one. The other is there is no camera. So if you do have a customer that is afraid of the camera, looking at them all day, every day,
point.
this is a great alternative for them. They did recently announce there's a new version coming out with a camera, but this one has no camera, which is a fantastic piece because a lot of customers are not comfortable with the camera watching them all day, every day.
Yeah.
So that is a great piece for it as well.
These really should go into almost every single smart home system that's being sold today. I can't think of a situation when you wouldn't want to. This has got the cool factor, right? I mean, light switches aren't cool to the wife or the kids. The thermostat's not cool to the wife or the kids. This thing, you come in, you ask it for jokes, you ask it for a recipe. Like, it's so stupid, but you could spend hours with this thing. At least I could spend hours with this thing.
Apparently
Doesn't take much to entertain
talking
me.
about it. But
right.
As an overall summary of what comes in the box
Nice
on this,
transition.
guys, we've got ourselves a power cable that comes with it, a really quick start instruction book, and then actually the display itself. It's something that we really want you guys to have and experience yourself as integrators. We believe if you have this and you use it every day, you're going to have stories like Eric and I do in our homes with our families. So thank you guys very much for watching the video. Please subscribe or like if you guys are interested in seeing more of this. I do want to mention that we are giving this away. So to get entered in the competition to receive this actual home hub, all you have to do is enter your Dow dealer number in the comments below. We're going to take the dealers that enter in and we're going to raffle this off. And we'll have Eric's signature as usual.
Are we doing a little hyperlink right here of any sort?
No, that's just, I just want them to see you do that. And we're just going to freeze on
I think
that.
there's a hyperlink in my hands right now.
There's no hyperlink. There's
a
not
hyperlink.
going to be a hyperlink. Everybody out there in YouTube land, have yourself a good day. Thank you very much to Adil and the guys over at Google. We appreciate everything they do for us. Have a good day.
See you guys later.